of 5. OG going for a 4th major out of 5.
Same bands looking like, yep.
Exactly the same bands. We see this a lot actually in best of 5s, don't we?
Yep.
There was just like
first pick too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where I think both teams believed in their strat in Game 1, and the way Game 1 went down, I guess both teams are saying let's mostly stick to it. They may tweak a pick here or there, but
same bands
Round 2,
looking
same
like,
draft.
yep.
Exactly.
Let's go again. That'd be sick.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I think it's highly
Let's just
possible.
do
it.
that. Yeah, let's just do that. I mean, in a way, Virtus.pro must feel a little bit frustrated because they go backstage and they go, what went wrong? No, draft was good. Yeah. Early game. Yeah, good. Team fights. Yeah, good. We made a couple of mistakes. Yeah, that's where it went wrong. Fix that. They win.
Yep.
Maybe change Tusk.
A tournament where we
Yeah,
saw that
change
before,
Tusk.
where they had like, I think it was maybe EG or something, had like the exact same 5 heroes, like 3 games in a row or something absurd. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was Dota Pit finals even against EG OG, but
Yeah. Definitely 2 games
that
in a row.
recent,
It was
yeah.
all 5.
Yeah.
It was 2 games in a row.
and then I think
it
the
was
third
EG.
game it was like 3 or 4 of the same
Yeah.
heroes.
Ben touched on this. I think this Phoenix was actually so crucial to their game before.
Yeah.
And I think also, really like the approach that they took in the last game with the Monkey King Phoenix. I think it really dissuades or kind of just works really well against the melee cores that VP runs. The Ursa and the Slark playing versus these type of team fighters. You have 2 melee cores running into an Egg, into Monkey King ult, into like, let's say last game they had the Invoker, they had the Bat Rider. Those heroes are incredibly good versus the melee heroes, and they already picked a Magnus first too. So you're assuming they're going to get somebody who benefits from the Empower.
Difference, of course, this time is the Terrorblade was not picked in the first round. The Phoenix has moved up a spot. It was 3rd last time.
I think Phoenix would have been banned second phase.
Yeah.
Priorities have changed.
Yeah, over the Crystal Maiden. I think Virtus.pro need a source of silence. I think they really need that last game, and they really need one versus Phoenix. You can't just let Phoenix do his thing.
So they ban Enigma, which means they leave the Terrorblade in there if OG want it.
That's okay. It's not a big
Unless
deal.
Virtus.pro want to pick it.
They're worried about losing the team fights, just like last game.
Yeah. Yeah, Jug Troll, both gone.
I mean, I think they might just pick the Ursa again.
Didn't need to ban the Crystal Maiden this time around because they picked 2 supports first.
I think you can wait on the Ursa though. I don't think you need it right now. I think you want either Ursa or Slark. You don't necessarily want both.
Okay. You don't think the Slark was kind of in response to the Bat Rider though, right?
Yeah, but I
very
also
good,
think it's very good versus Phoenix, and I think it's much better with the Magnus. Because
Okay.
Ursa has those late game issues of being able to hit high ground and just hit people in general, whereas I think Slark gets better as the game goes along. I think you want to short up your late game for VP, not the early mid.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's a good point.
And of course the Tusk that we saw that was just not super effective for them.
Sand King
this time
Warlock.
round.
All right, they're like team fight. Like that's
Team fight's good.
Yep. Now it's easier setup too. The last game it was kind of tough because there was a lot in on the mag. This is what we were talking about, like the change up from the Tusk. This might be the replacement here. The Sand King make it. You have now 2 different type of initiators. Takes a lot of the pressure off of the mag.
Has not seen Lil's Sand King this tournament. Assuming it's going to be him. It could be offlane with the
could be.
Magnus mid actually.
Definitely
But,
leaving it open.
OG probably think that's what's happened.
Because the last game they didn't really have a great stunner, anyone to like lock down. It was literally just like the RP and Tusk Nova and you know Golem from Warlock. So now this time they actually have a guaranteed lockdown onto somebody that they can actually burst afterwards.
A lot of the picks they found came from like Magnus Skrull, which was kind of unreliable. You did an amazing job finding the Monkey King like 2-3 times, but you can't always rely on that.
So they can still take their pick of the illusion heroes if they wanted to. Terrorblade Alchemist, which still wouldn't be terribly bad. I don't really see anything wrong with Terrorblade this game.
Maybe that's why also VP got Sand King, right? Heavy magic burst to clear the illusions and just yeah, burst them down.
But as you guys mentioned, no idea where the Magnus is going to be. But I would tend to think it's more often than not going to be offlane.
Yeah.
Especially with the late game issues that Virtus.pro kind of had last game, although didn't really expect them to have. So another illusion hero that was kind of like 4th on the list is like Spectre's 4th after Alk, Naga, TB, and then Zet is 5th.
Very good versus these blink initiators. You just spectral, you know exactly where they are. You can be the one starting the engagement rather than VP, who right now have very heavy initiation.
Is it Core Silencer time for Virtus Pro? Actually, it's terrible with Magnus, but I don't think it'd be that bad though. It's really good versus Phoenix. Like if once you actually get the jump, like blink RP into Global Silence, you just straight win the team fight. I think, especially against Spectre and Phoenix. But were they the ones that played it mid? I think they played it once mid. Yeah, no, it wasn't them. It was someone else. Someone else played it. But I still think silences are pretty important versus Phoenix. Can't just let him have an amazing game like he had last game. At the same time, though, OG don't actually have ways to protect the egg that we saw.
Ooh. Well, not really a block pick because the Spectre's already there, but interesting to see them take a page from OG's book.
Different approach as well from VP. They've been lacking objective takers in some of their games. There we go. Now Terrorblade, they can actually pressure buildings, and they are a very fast-paced team. This is the hero that's going to work well with that to get them a very clear-cut advantage after the early game.
And OG don't have good, reliable lockdown to stop like TB getting Sunder off. It's pretty hard to actually deal with the TB with their picks so far.
I also like the Terrorblade versus Spectre matchup in the late game that we saw. The Reflection is really, really good versus Spectre.
It still kind of leaves their options open too, right?
Yep.
Because now we don't really know. This TB, we've seen it ran mid a couple times. Still possible.
They get to wait and see what Anna's going to be playing too. They get to use that last pick to its full potential. So, and I think saying what Ben mentioned, how the late game TB versus Spectre match being good is something to prepare for because you're versing OG. They're a team that's going to want to take you late game. So I think you have to prepare for that stage of the game.
OG sticking with a kind of similar draft. Just one hero switched up right now with the Spectre instead of Terrorblade, and yeah, they just take the Bat Rider again. Very annoying for Terrorblade.
I think they need to ban Medusa. I think Medusa's the hero I'm scared of the most of MVP. You don't actually care if Medusa gets RP, because you have a sick team fight to back it up, and it's a scaling late gamer, and it's also pretty decent versus Terrorblade.
Do you think they might just want Invoker again, though? I mean, maybe you're not scared of the Invoker again.
I think Invoker is much more vulnerable to the Magnus, though, than the Medusa.
See another same as game 1, 5th ban on the Storm.
What other heroes is on a play? Aside from...
Just while you're doing that, the Terrorblade, by the way, they've only played it once. It was played by Ramses.
Ramses plays anything.
Yeah. And it was against Faceless where they absolutely destroyed them. 34-minute game, 46-18, and Ramses went off on that one, 11-14. That was alongside the Darkseer and the Warlock and the Ember. And what else did they have? They had the Slido in that game as well. Storm ban from Virtus Pro. Instant login.
Veno ban and insta-lock TA.
And yeah, just in case, they have played that Veno twice.
G's got pretty good late game draft. Templar Assassin Spectre. Two of the better level 25 heroes, and VP still just sticking with their Ursa.
Yeah. Okay,
Ursa's
so no one
going
will
mid
play the
again,
Ursa. Yeah.
How does that
Ramses
matchup work?
going with a Terrorblade.
Ursa versus TA. That doesn't sound...
How does it work, Ben?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound great for either side.
Yeah, I guess if you
Sounds like
run
a
at
wash.
him, right, you can have some trouble if there's some rotations. They don't really... Yeah, they have okay heroes that can kind of help him, though.
They don't have a good way to break Refraction, though, this game. Last game they had Dark Pact.
Okay, let's do some predictions. Gods, game 2.
Game 2 gonna go the other way. OG
Okay.
took game 1, and I think this draft the TA is gonna be a pretty tough pick to deal with.
All right. OG for Gods. Malini?
I think Lil has a useful hero this game. That's gonna do a lot better. I'm still gonna go with VP.
I'm going to go with VP as well. I think that they executed at a super high level the last game. I think just a couple small mistakes were the problem.
Okay. So we're doing Malini, VP, Gods. Didn't go VP.
God's
Production's trying to curse them, though.
Yeah.
This is not me, guys.
that was
There we
definitely
go.
intentional.
Yes, Gods went with OG, the only man to do so on the panel. So they all got it wrong the first time round. Virtus Pro were clean sweep favourites as far as our panel were concerned. This time round it's a split decision as we head back to the arena for game number 2. OG, can they make it 2-0 or can VP tie things up? Let's find out.
Game 2 of OG VP. OG off to a fantastic start, taking out game 1. But we are here in game 2 with another beautiful team fight lineup arriving from Virtus Pro. More action, Sid. More action.
Yeah, this is very similar from VP in some ways and very different in others, and the same from there's been like a couple of tweaks here and there on the approach. VP have gone for even more teamfight in their support. Instead of having the Tusk, they've gone with the Sand King this time around. And as far as OG goes, they've mixed up both the mid and the safe lane drastically here. The TA is a very different hero from an Invoker, and this time No-Tail will be playing the Spectre instead of Terrorblade, who, funnily enough, will this time be played by VP. VP don't seem to favor this hero as much, but it's a great counter pick to the Spectre, and I think Ramses is really, really good at the hero. So it's just another hero in VP's arsenal that they can pull out whenever needed. So
always going to be that fun thing to play like a hero like a Terrorblade against a team like OG that also understand the nature of the hero, the timings of the hero so well. So it will be a challenge for Virtus Pro. Because as you said, OG, they're keeping everything pretty similar apart from the small change-up. Like, actually, I love the mid change-up. We saw Anna have a very hard time with the Invoker up against the Ursa last time. Ursa back to the mid lane under the hands of no one, up against a Templar Assassin, who's meant to fare better now in this mid matchup. If we take the players out of the mix.
It's definitely way better for TA than for Invoker. The refraction is nice against Ursa.
Oh, S4, you don't want to be doing this.
No, he doesn't indeed.
He's coming up with Fly. Like, if Fly attempts the Icarus type, they've got the Observer Ward, so he understands what he's up against. Lil, 2 targets to Burrow Strike, and he can't get both. So just let him move back out again. Burrow Strike still holding off on it. Jirax pounces forward. He's going to go for the stun. Jumping in. Icarus dive forward and straight back out again. Ramsey's here to help out. He triggers him in a moment. It's very early, but the damage on S4 combining with the Shadow Word, he should tick out down to 24. The ticks will it be enough with the regeneration from the Tango? He's got a Salve available as well. The Shadow Word's going down 13, 9, 8. He's still not low enough to die. S4 will salve and survive.
Very close and very cool here by S4 not to use the salve, just staying calm under pressure.
Burrow Strike, they're going
trouble,
again.
though.
Here goes another jump as Jirax back in again on the top lane. Fly still in the neighborhood. S4 forced into the tree lines. Burrow Strike's off cooldown again in 3 seconds time. But Jirax on the other side wants to go into Lil. That's 4 sticky napalm charges from S4. Lil is dropping fast. In fact, the Burrow Strike will not save him. Fly's last attack allows OG to spill the first blood on the top lane.
This is some very old school stuff from OG, by the way. It's been a long time since I've seen a tri-lane Bat Rider. It was a thing of the past. I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago, this was a thing that some teams were running. OG pulling one out of the bag here. Of course, it comes at a cost. Mid lane Ursa's doing well. The Magnus has a one-on-one against Spectre, which I think is very Magnus-favored matchup down the stretch. So far, so good for No-Tail, though. And, well, no one seems to be, as mentioned, having a great
Gets the return kill onto Fly and lets that double damage, which he stole, do the work to find this blood.
Jerax playing with fire here.
Doesn't want to get too close. Especially as Anna is waiting for him to come over so they can trigger the shrine. Lil is looking for the target to find out what's yeah, he understands now. Especially as they move back so they can trigger the shrine. Everything's back to status quo.
The initial laning stage definitely favoring VP here. They did get first blooded, but look at the farm value. This Mag against Spectre lane matchup is very good for Mag, as mentioned. The TB is free farming. The Ursa is doing well as well. And since OG committed so much into trying for this Ursa kill and not being successful, their supports need to go and find levels. Fly's level 1.
Has Pacha got enough damage with this? He's got a level 2 shockwave and a level 1 skewer.
Oh, okay, he's gonna flask. That's pretty big.
Jirax will start to force him out of
level
1. Top lane, S4, real issues for him. Firefly over the hill, the damage from Solo is not enough, but the pop from Lil will be. 1 point value.
Yep, that was a really close kill. I think No-Tail got our, why do I call No-Tail today, Toby? Why are you doing this to me?
Big Dota.
Oh, mid lane Ana. He's got cooldown on Fraction, gets solo killed by no one.
Yeah, but no one can he get out of jail. As you got Jirax right behind him, Fly, yeah, there's not enough damage to kill off this big tanky Ursa. 820 HP for a Monkey King and Phoenix to get through. A little too much, especially when both of them are still sitting at level 2 4 minutes in.
S4 is farming up a nice double, triple, something stack here. A lot of creeps. Let's call it that. He farms a lot of creeps, Toby, and gets level 4.5, actually almost level 5, so looking good for him in terms of recovery. That's one of the benefits of Bat Rider, especially if you're running an aggro tri lane.
Jirax, do you actually think you could do this? Can he actually kill off no one? If no one takes a little bit more damage...
He will hear Jirax pouncing.
The bottle.
No one.
The bottle arrived.
Plays it safe. He just leeches XP.
Yep.
Might go for Lil, though.
Yeah, Lil's pretty low. Whoa, hey! That's not the jump in. But, okay, that is the jump in. Jirax actually chasing Lil back. He wants to push him away from that one little centaur. It will stop him from stacking the camps, at least. Or stacking that one camp.
I don't even think Lil wanted to do that. That was kind of a bit of a waste from Jirax, but being there and leeching in the first place was definitely a good move. Getting a lot out.
Control.
He definitely needs to have a good game on the TA, not just because, well, we've seen previously in the tournament how TA seems to either have great games or pretty poor games. Ana has been no exception to that. I think we've kind of only seen great games out of him. But it's just that this lineup from OG kind of reminds me of something Liquid ran in the tournament as well, with this dual core of Templar and the Spectre. I like OG's version a bit better because they have more options of catch and slightly better fighting, but it still, in essence, is pretty greedy. And if you fall behind in the lane, you can't really recover that easily with the stuff at S4 top lane.
Yeah, really trying to engage him with the upheaval from Solo. Talked about it before, getting the early points up in it. It's a 0-2-1 build from him. And S4 needs to run. That Firefly is not going to last much longer. He's going to have to go back into the lane to escape.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll have the extra stun from Jirax if things do get rough, and now actually, well, Lil Burrow striking himself forward, but doesn't find the target he wanted.
Now this mid lane is a lot more even. Now that TA got some more levels, Refraction on high level kind of makes it impossible for Ursa to really keep the pressure up. So we'll be having a good time now on the Templar unless they rotate on him. He has also successfully stacked his Ancients once. We'll be going for the second stack now at 7. And I would imagine he wants to farm this when he's level 7 himself. Might share the experience with Phoenix. I think that would be a good play for OG. Get Fly up toward the 6.
Would be nice also to have that Wukong.
Wait, the stack failed?
Yeah, he left one Black Dragon behind. For some reason, that Black Dragon was having a Smoko break and didn't want to join the rest of the team who are going out to work.
Wait, how did that happen?
Who knows, Dota.
That's actually a really good explanation.
Notel's having a lot better time on this bottom lane. So this is something Virtus.pro have to be careful of. These team fights can happen. We saw TZ actually being really successful with it with the early style of combat build. Notel looking to do the same thing. Early earn, you have the level 6, so with the Spectral Horn up, Virtus.pro have to know they're not always going to have the numbers. And Jirax as well as Fly, they're moving up to the top lane so they can attack, and the one person who's left behind to try and leech anything against a Bat Rider is the Warlock, who went for a 0-2-2 build. TP support's on the way. He actually starts it up with the upheaval. Flame Break pushes them back over. Jirax ready to fight. Where is this Spectral Horn? Now she comes in right in the middle of the fight. Ursa stunned up. A lot of that enrage can be wasted. And Notel, he jumps down and over towards Lil, heading east where the ward was, but now there's too much support. Magnus arrives as well. They got their kill. Now they're thinking about getting back out again.
And Jirax will successfully run off to the left. Nice little snipe here from OG. Not the ideal kill. They only got the Warlock, but
they got a lot of damage into that mid-tier 1 because of the early Blightstone on Ana. He actually did considerable damage to that mid-tower.
And they forced rotation from VP as well. The Mag, as you said, came to top, and now he has to go all the way back to base. Use Shrine. move out. So he
Jump
lost some
again,
farm.
top lane, Flame Break pushing back.
not again.
Solo, yeah, it is again. He TP'd in after the fight happened, even while G-Rex was watching him TP in. So really problematic. Extra kills going the way of OG. Not to mention now Anna, after doing damage to the mid tower, is taking that Ancient Stack and he's sharing the experience with N0tail.
They're going to shrine up. Anna is too cool to get the full shrine.
Needs to
Fair
get back
enough.
into mid. There's CS that's going to Beggin. He's got a haste rune bottled up, so he's fine. At Ramses, maybe this is the first time we see Virtus Pro really add a lot of pressure to a lane, and that's going to come from the Metamorphosis level 3. Potentially level 4, he's holding on to the extra point. Not to mention Pasha holding on to RP in the tree line. The Observer Ward from OG is a little bit too far north, so it doesn't actually see this attack coming. But with the Empower buff up on Ramses, it's a pretty good indicator that the Magnus is here.
Terribly deals so disgustingly much damage with Empower.
They're actually going to kill
actually
mid
crazy.
while this push is happening. Monkey King's going to jump in. Yeah, he's looking to go in onto no one. There's no extra stun solos in the neighborhood, but they do chip harassment. They bring the attention around. N0tail in the meantime is just juking around the tree line. He doesn't have Spectral Horn. He doesn't have the dagger up either, but he runs forward. The Tier 1 tower will fall. S4 with the lasso. Actually dodges past his skewer. Now Anna can go to work. The Burrow Strike through. The RP will connect. Anna and N0tail basically stacked on top of each other, but the kill still goes the way of OG. Hadouken Creep's trying to help out too, but Anna, quick run away. That haste room, so maneuverable in the fights with it.
That could have gone really well for VP if they didn't stack their RP and Sand King stun. They both had the same idea at the same time. It does happen sometimes, even to a team of this caliber. VP obviously didn't get to the finals by chance, but they got the tower. Good plays from OG, however, to at least get something out of that with the kill on Lil and Anna's rotation, but they didn't get more. No structural damage done by OG in this time frame. And now Lil will take the VP safe lane for a bit. It's important for Sand King to get up toward this Blink Dagger eventually and, of course, get the levels. And likewise for OG's Phoenix, played by Fly. Both of them are getting their respective tomes of knowledge right now, so we'll be finding their sixes. This is really nice by Lil, by the way. He's had the tome on him for a while, but he wants to make sure he uses it in the fog. So OG don't know. Or I don't mean, else I have no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's either nice or he doesn't want to use it. Okay.
Yeah, he actually
That's the
gave it
alternative.
over.
Give it to Warlock. Ah.
They need the rock.
That is even better. I didn't realize Solo was this low level, and he's been trying to leech the lane a little bit, but hasn't managed to really get too much experience. Now closing in on Chaotic Offering. He went 0-2-3 again.
The downside for him is by the time he might have it, S4's already picking up the Blink Dagger. This is an 11.5 minute Blink Dagger on S4. Initiation is supreme. The Observer Ward of OG, this one that's so deep on the top lane, it saw Lil, it saw Solo come in. And Solo did it again. He went for the 0-2-3 build on this Warlock. He's looking for the AoE control. But Jirak smoking up. Anna's coming as well. The Blink Lasso is over on the Sand King. Spectral Horn. N0tail understands that SK kill is in the bag. So he moves over. They want the kill on Warlock. Short of level 6. Short of having a dream to defend that Tier 1 tower. OG will take it.
The tower's gone. Very nice play. OG making sure to use Haunt off cooldown. And we'll give the last hit to N0tail here.
Nice trade for Virtus Pro, however. They are getting a lot of space in the bottom lane for the Magnus to continue his farm towards his own Blink Dagger, and Ramses applies pressure to the mid-tier 1.
Jirex
so
has an invis.
they're getting everything they possibly can. And here comes no one out from the tree line. As you said, Jirex with an invis, he can come through the back lines. Ready, doesn't have the Wukong command yet. When the Burrow Strike happens, Fly just gets deleted. Ramses S4's on top of him. The Sunder gives Ramses life back again, but the Stun from Jirex holds him in position underneath that Firefly. So Anna can go to work, but no one. He really wants Templar Assassin with a push forward. The RP is Virtus Pro who are finding the kills, but in comes N0tail. He can't attack into Lil, at least with the dispersion. Lil's actually dying, so the Shadow Word has to help out. There was also an Urn Charge, I believe, doing the tick.
I think that was a strange moment between the Batrider and Terrorblade where I keep calling him N0tail.
Hey, don't blame me, Sint. You're having a Toby
It's your
flip
fault
moment.
Toby wants such a Toby moment.
Yeah.
So the Batrider was trying to circle around Terrorblade to make sure he couldn't cast Thunder with the sticky napalm on him, but N0tail. Yeah, there we go again. Okay, there I go again. S4. S4 is playing Batrider, Toby. I think he used Flame Break in an unfortunate way that actually gave Ramses the correct facing so that he could get that Sunder off. I think it basically knocked him in to a potential Sunder. If he doesn't get Sunder off there, that is a really good fight for OG, so definitely don't blame them for going for it. But VP getting that key ability off, and of course getting a good RP toward the end to kill Ana.
You can have a look at it again, so you can see the moment.
S4 Bat Rider. S4 Bat Rider. S4 Bat. Okay, let's look.
So Ramses, in he goes. There's the flame break and pushes him up, but we have to go back live because the initiation is on Ana. They have the detection thanks to Central Ward. With upheaval, Ana is incapable of running away from this. This is the momentum that Virtus Pro want. Bring down the big heroes, take the tier 1 tower, and open up for Roshan, or just open up Roshan anyway. Their issue is the Templar Assassin traps are watching this closely, so they need to commit more sentry wards in order to clear out the pit.
And similar to the previous game, OG have good Roche heroes.
It's the Bat Rider
not
again.
Not for killing Roche, but for protecting the area. Bat Rider, Phoenix, and the Monkey King once again.
S4 just pinged out that Observer Ward. He knows his place down. But it may not matter if this tier 1 tower's gone.
Oh, he quelled him!
Oh boy, oh boy! Monkey King! Melia Prince as he gets demoted from the tree by Virtus Pro.
This is another one of those. I don't know if they actually saw him with a ward jumping up there. I can't really see it, but might just have been a game sense play from Pasha here. You know, it's kind of a low risk for him to try to go for it. Maybe he's there, maybe he isn't. Might as well just try to cut the tree, and he seemed a bit surprised that he got the Monkey King. They weren't just immediately pouncing on him like they had full confidence. But.
It's like, let me just have a guess. It's a guess, the guesstimation game of VP. Sometimes things just go your way.
Yep.
New Observer Ward down by OG. They're going to put down a sentry, and hello. 2 Observer Wars down in the space of 30 seconds in favor of Fly. That's a nice thing for them when you notice how many Observer Wards are now on the map for the Dire side. The answer is 0.
By the way, this is something that kind of gets important later, but don't forget that this Terrorblade in Metamorphosis increases your base damage. It doesn't get counted as plus, it is base damage. That synergizes really well with Empower. So this Terrorblade in meta hits pretty damn hard. Like, I think right now his base damage in meta is about 200. Wait a second, maybe some slightly more points stuff here.
Solo. Out by himself. Wow, okay, Nota really wants those 2 earn charges. Reveals where the rest of VP is.
To just blink Skura, but might have overshot the blink, so he got the blink range penalty and got a bit confused. I'm pretty sure if he goes for the RP there, that's a kill. But thought about it, didn't commit. Now they're going to smoke instead. I don't think this was spotted by
it wasn't visible.
A ward.
The Observer Wards were all too far away.
And they're going to use this to try Roche.
Yeah, but the Templar Assassin Trap is in there, and Ursa actually broke smoke when he attacked it. So S4 knows. They all know. So Monkey King's trying to pounce through the rear. You can see Pasha. He's on monkey duty. Can't find him yet. Now the Firefly up for S4. Starts sticky napalm charges. This will slow down the Ursa. The flame break.
He got
bashed by Roshan. The Sunray is actually burning through the Ursa. He'll survive through the enrage, but in comes out of the Rock will drop. Goes only to control the Templar Assassin. Ursa's already down Epicenter. Lil needs to do some damage with the Burrow Strike forward. He's doing it into No-Tail, but there's 1 charges. There's survivability. They still haven't killed off Roshan yet. Fly gets back out again. Note 2, he also didn't have enough mana to let his ulti go. But OG are fine with it. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Ursa for TA. They stopped Roshan, and now they shrine up.
And they forced out RP and meta, and they still have Supernova themselves. And they didn't have Haunt. So, mission accomplished for OG. Still a lot of farm going Ramsey's way. He will have Manta style more than likely in a minute and a half. And is effectively really out-farming this TA. Not having the greatest game Ana this time. 4 deaths. And by going Blink over Deso, slowing down his own farm as well. So if these fights don't work, he falls off pretty quickly.
S4 something again. He's using Monkey King to scout out as much as he possibly can.
He needs to be careful not to cut his tree down.
Yeah, that's a small thing. Synergy is not great between the Monkey King as well as the Bat Rider. But they're living life on the edge. The tier 1 tower is protecting them for the moment, and it's Lil who hides in the trees.
Oh, Fly is showing.
Anna's just going for it. He doesn't have to wait. if VP aren't going to come to them, and with no RP, with no EP, with no Golem, it's a very simple tier 1 tower, but you do have an invis rune on no one as he walks down the mid lane. And he'll break it. He doesn't see his opportunity yet.
One observer, or rather one sentry, was placed by OG previously. But yeah, as you said, doesn't matter.
With all these fights that have been like it feels like it went, oh no! Oh, Jirax, he was trying to TP away, right in vision of a fresh Dire Observer Ward, and with no Monkey King, they're thinking about going out. Like, Phoenix can slow things down. So you got RP in 10, you've got Golem in 50, and you got Epi in 6. But they're backing out once more. But VP's been really efficient while playing around Roshan. They're still getting a lot of farm on the Terrorblade. He's still over 3,000 net worth on ahead of the Templar Assassin.
Ramses is getting huge. So much value out of having Empower on this hero. You know, you can just send your illusions to push the lanes, and then meanwhile you farm jungle very quickly. So in comparison to No-Tail's Terrorblade last game, Ramses is getting better farm, and more importantly, a lot higher levels. He's actually the highest level in the game right now, tied with TA and his allied Ursa.
They're coming top. They want to fight. S4 has already got a sentry ward up on the hillside, so there'll be no quick shenanigans. Then S4 blink forward. Oh, he'll get Burrow Strike. He wasn't in range for a lasso. He'll force up just far enough away. And with the Spectral Haunt, they will come in. No-Tail joins the fight. Pasha, he was still burning into the Firefly. Now into the egg. There won't be enough of a stun to get that Nova up in the epicenter. Perfect from Lil. Burning through OG. They're down 3. They're down 4. At a tier 1 tower as the consolation prize as well. Everything goes to VP.
Monkey King wasn't there. They tried to go in. Thought they saw an opportunity there with Fly getting in, and there was no RP, but just the sheer numbers advantage playing in VP's favor there. In addition to the fact that they almost killed No-Tail S4 when the fight. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. I've never had this problem in my life.
It's crazy with S4 style Jirax. He really wants to try and Wukong command that. Alia jumps straight back out of it, realizing he's a little bit too late.
Yeah, didn't work, and he gets out.
Oh, okay.
But S4 almost died in the beginning of that fight. The Force Staff kept him alive, and if VP were a bit faster to commit, they could have killed Bat in the opener, and that wouldn't even have been a fight. But they got a great outcome out of it regardless, so not the biggest problem. Aegis now in the hands of Ursa. And here we go. So he's going to jump in, gets Burrow Struck, but there's no real follow-up. I guess the Haunt might have canceled a blink or two.
It kept Pasha out of the fight.
They're controlling Pasha really nicely in this fight. And yes, this Supernova is not ideal, but it gets enough damage out that they get the kill.
Problem is, Ana couldn't get in. Like, Lil's control, the epicenter just created the biggest wall that could not be crossed. So, OG very much in the danger zone. 8,000 advantage going the way of Virtus Pro in the gold. It'll flatline up a little bit now, and same for the experience. That one's a little bit lower, but it's still a really good advantage for Virtus Pro. They still have that Aegis the Immortal over on no one. And that means license for VP to push and attack.
Pasha was just checking for the Monkey King. He blinked skewered the whole tree line, but Jerax was a bit further left. Once again, Pasha with good game sense of what Monkey King might be doing.
They're randomly cutting every tree. Look at Lil. like this guy right now is a lumberjack.
It's an alternative strategy.
Well, here they come. Metamorphosis off cooldown. All ultimates up for Virtus Pro apart from Chaotic Offering. And S4 tries to slow down the push with the Firefly. As Sticky Napalm upheaval is there. So OG can't jump.
With the power, it's 400 damage.
Hang on, S4 go this? They still don't have Ana. Ana's farming. He has a TP scroll available, but he's trying to finish up the Desolator. He just got enough money for it. And he hasn't Okay, here comes your TPs. They're all coming back. OG, this is their time that they want to fight. Ramses doing the work from range.
God, this is so filthy. It's a combo we've seen before, but I forgot how stupid it is. That is some crazy damage output from Ramses.
S4, Firefly's up, Blink Lasso, we found the target, the Burrow Strike didn't connect, they got the Magnus with the Spectral Haunt, Jirax creates the perimeter, but Virtus Pro, they're already so far away, jumping illusion to illusion, they find the real No-Tail, a 3-man rock, no Fatal Bonds to follow up, thanks to the stun from Jirax, but no one, he's just going in, he's going ham, picking up S4, they turn their attention towards Fly, after Icarus dive himself away to safety, but Virtus Pro, they're happy,
get the shrine.
They'll stop.
I'll definitely take the bottom shrine here with Terrorblade. Great hero at taking shrines. just take it slowly, minimal risk. Oh, he's even going to find an Arcane Rune. That is very valuable on Terrorblade. That's why he's going to give it to Ursa.
No, he's just playing with his SK.
Important play here, by the way, to highlight from Jerax getting the Boundless Strike out on the Warlock who was channeling Upheaval. I think that could have gone really nasty for OG. He was able to continue doing that, but VP playing it very well here. Yep. Even with Mag getting caught, that didn't turn into a disaster. It could have been really bad. Ideally, Pasha shouldn't even be targetable by S4, but he found the opportunity. Unless VP directly tried to bait it. Like, they want him to get caught so they can get an instant Burrow Strike. It was the attempt they made, but it failed.
If Lil did actually connect on that, then you would have said goodbye to S4. The Magnets would have remained alive.
You would have said goodbye to the Barracks.
Yep.
Oh,
no one.
A haste.
Yeah.
Doesn't pop it. Just runs away.
Just a quick TA trap to slow down no one and dissuade him from attacking.
Ramses has a Scotty in a moment. He is so far.
So 2 big items to the next engagement then. So you'll have the Scotty on Ramses, and N0tail just reached the money for the Radiance. He will not have buyback available, but he understands the Radiance is so critical in the fights. They need to keep that Blink Dagger of Lil on cooldown. Same for Ursa and Magnus. Like, Radiance is going to do so much work in this upcoming fight. Haunts off cooldown in 17 seconds, though.
Full minute on Aegis on
they're
Ursa.
smoking.
Meta is up. This is a fight N0tail.
They're going around the back.
You have to try with this Radiance. If they fail this fight, they lose at least their bottom racks, maybe even the mid-tier 2 and more.
Where's the scan?
Oh, they got
the
Jerax off the...
Jerax is down, but they're coming from the rear. There's no scan out just yet. Batrider jumps in. They did find again the Magnus, and with the jump forward, the damage is big on the Warlock. He'll fall. The Nova, it won't be able to trigger. He got focused down too well, but Lil is so low. Anna was able to do a lot of damage, but N0tail, he's so far down. Ramses can just hold and stay and just pawn with this Terrorblade. He'll look for more with the Skadi slow now. S4's the man on the run. Ursa's ready in 1 second to blink forward. Look for his target. The Observer Ward is up. They can play the game of vision. And goodbye Ramses. He'll TP away to safety. Anna will love to find this kill. You don't have the lasso, but maybe with Sticky Napalm, they can burn through the Aegis. Actually, no, it's already gone. It's just timed down. No one is actually stranded here with no more friends. It's a big kill to get. He's 10 wide, but then again, no one with the control. Jerax will have to come and help out. He'll be Anna to take it, ending a 6 times kill streak for 708 gold. Good money for the Templar Assassin. The Virtus Pro still did the damage, which is the full bottom racks.
No one tried to be cute there. He stayed in the tree line hoping that the Batrider would fly back past and then he could kill him off, but there was an Observer Ward placed by OG, seeing him standing in there, and Ana just disables his Blink Dagger, and after that it's pretty easy for OG. Almost lost S4. Yes, I called him S4, but
victory!
Didn't get it. Yay! VP are still very happy with this, obviously. The kill on Jerax kind of sealed the deal on that lane of Barracks. I think OG trying to take this fight is all right. They end up getting some decent XP swing by the looks of it from it, but not really any gold advantage gained. They tried to play their superior positioning, but the 4-on-5 ended up hurting them too much in the end.
Well, N0tail's found Pasha, but Lil is coming in. Pasha is not alone. Right now, they're wanting to actually pressure bottom lane OG to force Virtus Pro to try and come in defense. Then Spec just farm top lane and haunt herself over. That is the mid lane. The Blink Lasso, solo caught out. Anna is here to help out. 2 attacks will do the job. More money into this Templar Assassin. And Monkey King, I don't know if Jerax is really thinking about this. Pasha, he saw him jump. Jerax will go further over. He's next to Anna, holding his hand.
They could get an RP on N0tail here.
Where's the blink? Here it is. RP straight up. Where's the friends? Where's the support? Is there a way out? No, there isn't. N0tail is down for a minute. Buyback is available, however. But now it's defense time again for OG on the opposite lane for the side racks.
This is scary for VP, to be honest. They used meta, so of course the push will be strong, but no Warlock in position, no RP. Mag is low. They will be able to do at least some good damage here. They want to try to force this buyback, but I think this is fightable by OG even without the Spectre if they combine their spells well.
OG's looking for it. They have to get a little bit of mana into Anna. That's the reason why they're triggering up the Shrine. Blink Lasso, not going to happen. Lil actually got the perfect positioning, catching on S4. You'll Scepter up, plus a Spectral Haunt, creating absolute chaos. And Jerax, the 3-man stun with a Wukong command. They catch VP out. Ramsey's able to get the Thunder off, and maybe Solo can turn this around with the Rock Drop, plus getting the Fatal Bonds, but they can turn their attention over towards, oh, actually, yeah, they can. Solo, because no one popped. Anna will have the damage. Solo will go down, and Virtus Pro, they lose the whole kit and caboodle.
It did cost a no-tail buyback, but very, very well worth it. That's what I was thinking here. It's dangerous for VP. They go in for this push. They know there's the risk of the buyback on Spectre. I understand you want to force it, but Lil needs to get the hell out of there.
He wanted to go for the solo kill over on Jirax. Now he's opened himself up for a world of hurt. There's the blink off cooldown of Ana in 2 seconds time. They just have to keep that blink of Lil on cooldown. The Burrow Strike with the melt. Severs them in twine. VP.
I feel like I've seen this game before.
Yeah, this is...
But they didn't get Rax last game, did they? Before the bad fight? I can't remember. They might have got one. This is still VP's
they got the range
game.
racks. They got the range racks last time.
This is definitely still the VP's game, but OG with this fight, finding some much-needed momentum. If they take one bad fight now and Spectre dies, it's more or less over. However, like there's a very clear win condition now for Virtus.pro. Get the Roshan, kill the Spectre, end game. But Roshan is spawning soon, and OG have superior vision in the area. They have the Bat Rider. There's no VP vision. They have TA Trap. They will see the spawn here. And if they feel like it, they could try for it. However, bottom lane looks a bit scary, so they will back off and concede map control.
Well, that's when you just send No-Tail down there. No-Tail could do the defense and then just haunt into the fight. That's the advantage of having the spec. Well, likely he's pretty close to the side shop and he can sell his orb or PMS. He's still holding on to the orb of Venom.
It's going to go here, I think. No, got rid of the poor man. Little TP bottom.
Yep. Roshan was started, but the Templar Assassin Trap wasn't removed yet. Solo doesn't. The sentry ward's too far away. They put down the orbs. And are they actually fighting this far enough away? Yeah, they can't see the status of Roshan. You know that he's outside the pit, but you don't know the status of it, and it's already too late. Virtus.pro, they get the Aegis the Immortal, and they put it on the Terrorblade.
Oh, and he has a double damage rune as well. This is how you stack up some big advantages. You
Ramses.
just wait for the blessing of Gabe Newell.
Praise be to Gaben.
And there comes the push from VP.
Yeah, and this crowd can sense it. This crowd's actually not been that biased considering we are in Kiev, but OG's had a lot of fans out there too, but Virtus.pro, you can smell the blood in the water when Ramses has all of this going his way. And there's the Metamorphosis up.
He hits for 700 right now.
Okay, the lasso is on an illusion. He didn't get the real one. Spectral Hunt will happen, however. Solo dropping down low. Ana can't finish the job. The Rock won't really connect on anything. Jirax still waiting for the Wukong's command. He's a hit on Solo. Actually dropped him down very, very low. Solo has to retreat back out. And you see Ana with the haste rune jumping through the rear, but Lil will find him first. Burrow Strike out. Oh, Ana down. Ramses will take the kill. Even the Sunder used on S4. So Ramses is back up to full health. And he's just pounding it down. Smack, smack, smack. They just keep going. Ramses, the unstoppable force, or is he? Ana's trying to get rid of the golem. The melee racks will fall. Now the skewer over. They remove Outfly. But is there more damage? Ramses, he's still slowed up. Remember, he's got the Aegis Immortal. The Fatal Bonds, it connects S4 and No-Tail. Sunray, the burn damage is there. No one's on the run. Remember, he doesn't have the Aegis, the Immortal. And it's VP. They've lost a hell of a lot of heroes. They claimed a lot more in return. And with the help of Lil's Epicenter, maybe they can claim more. Ramses, he's still in the middle of this fight. Sunder is available. Jirax has to be careful, especially if he goes Wukong command. They commit to the engagement. The Sunder used over on Ana. They're outside the Wukong's command, but you've lost your Terrorblade. Lil will fall as well. But once again, Virtus.pro, they may lose the fight, but they've put one foot forward to win the war against OG with a second lane of racks down.
And they forced, was that only the Phoenix buyback? It might have been.
That
was a really long fight.
It had Phoenix and Templar Assassin. Two of them actually bought back.
That's a huge victory for VP. Yes, they end up losing their heroes in the end, but they've built themselves such a big advantage now that this one is hard to... I mean, I want to keep highlighting this
Terrorblade Magnus?
No, it's not just Terrorblade Magnus. Again, he has even better synergy because he has the double damage as well with Metamorphosis. Again, base damage. I think his number was something along the lines of 240 damage plus 400. I think whatever. Just absurd. That
ludicrous
was absolutely absurd.
Ludicrous damage.
It reminded me of these moments where you have a super late game situation and there's a hero with 2 rapiers. That's actually how hard he was hitting this tower.
But he showed he's not immortal when they stick around that long, and you can sense OG. They feel pressure. They feel like they need a better advantage. The crazy thing is, for all these kills, for the position they're in, the graphs start lying to you. The gold is in favor of Virtus.pro, but the same swing goes the other direction for the experience in favor of OG. But Virtus Pro, they understand they're one lane of racks away from forcing Megas against not a great pushing lineup of OG.
Question is now if they want to wait for the next Roshan or not, because if they wait for Roche, buybacks will be available for OG as well. This is a good moment of opportunity for them anyway, simply because they know there's no buyback on TA and Phoenix. So
you got all your ultis up,
Yep.
and like, what have you got to lose? You lose a fight. What are you? Like, the main thing you could potentially lose is one lane of racks, and
No.
that's probably going to be all.
they can't lose a lane of racks.
Okay,
They
then you
actually-
lose nothing.
If you get wiped, it's pretty bad.
Keep your eyes peeled for the Monkey King. He put an Observer Ward up. It's pretty high Observer Ward plus the Sentry. So looking for the targets. Batrider's out there too. A Sentry and Obs down for
Find
Virtus
solo.
Pro. And now the blink away. S4 very nervous.
No Tail is just sitting in the bottom lane, only letting his illusion push. He doesn't want to show on the lane. He's still scared that VP could try to catch him out. Is not the case. VP have 5 heroes top.
The Observer Ward's going to reveal them all now, so if No-Tail wants to come out and beat into the Tier 2 tower, he can do so. Remember,
There
they
is
have
a Monkey
Spectral
King.
Horn to bring him back in. The Observer Sentry, the RP, it catches Anna. This could be big. The Wukong command, however, on the back lines. Rock may turn this fight around, but Anna gets the distance. He won't kill off solo. Instead, it's no one. He's the one doing the murdering at the back claws. 2 down for the moment. The Nova will trigger, but all the sun's up as the goal. But inside the base, it is the king of ludicrous damage. It is Ramsey's triple kill at GG. We avoid the clean sweep as Virtus Pro level the series 1 apiece.
Yeah, DD again. This is actually unbelievable. You know, I know AUI loves this kind of